Howdy everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do a multi-body or top-down model in sheet metal with different thicknesses on each part. Let me show you how I do that. Start a new part, do sheet metal. First thing you do, and always do, is jump up to sheet metal defaults. This dialog will come up. And how I want to explain this is you'll see this check mark and this is grayed out. And the reason is when this is grayed out, you're only using this dialog pull downs of presets to be able to select whatever it shows within here. If you want to change this, you have to go into that default. So say your shop does 015. Let's pick on the pencil tool. This will come up. You'll see here's your selections for all the different parameters for that. This is generic. If you want it to be a different type of material, if you change it here. Obviously, aluminum sheet is different than stainless steel. So just know your thicknesses. You can change this here, and that means, let's cancel out of that. This right here, default, will end up being whatever you're changing it. That'll be your default. So if you're always doing aluminum and it's always 09, you can do this and change the material and everything else. But if you change it here, this is what you have to understand. This is local only. If you wanted to make global, I'll show you how to do that near the end. So right now, one other thing you have to make certain of this, if I uncheck this, you can change this thickness here, but if you recheck it, it defaults back to whatever you have selected up here in this pull down. So you have to be careful. If you did it on the fly and you just change the material and you're on a run, if somebody else comes in behind you and just flippantly just checks that box, who knows why, you'll lose whatever thickness that you have and your entire model or whatever you have will switch to that. So make a rule rather than just do something, uncheck this and create something. So for right now, let's just go ahead and make a part. I'm going to leave this as the default and I'll show you what we're going to do later. So I'm going to make a part here. Let's zoom back a little bit. That'll be fine. Say OK. Go to face. Here's our thickness. If you have multiple rules, this is where you would see those. For right now, we're going to leave it as it sets. Say OK to that. And now let's make another part. This is where it's going to change. So let me stack these so you can see what I'm doing on the edges. This is important. I'm going to do face. If I say OK, obviously this would make sense. This would end up being a single part. Even if I flip directions, it's still a single part. You want to make sure you pick this new solid. You'll see the dialog changes. You can give it a name right here. And if you have multiple thicknesses already set up, you can do that here. I'm going to show you what happens or how you get around that. So say OK. So if you go back up to default, whatever you change this, doesn't matter if you uncheck this and change this number or have something else, these both change. Well, that's not what we want to do, and that's why I'm doing this video. This is how you make different thicknesses. You need to control them from your history tree. You don't do it from the faces. This is only for the creation. You have to go up to solid model, pull this down, and you'll see two different models. One little thing I'll tell you, say you didn't pay attention and you didn't check this box and it was one piece. So when you would pick this, they would both select and you're going, why is it doing that? It's two different parts. It's actually not. So just make sure that you go ahead and hit that plus sign so you have it. If you have a long history tree and this was early on, good possibility you may not be able to fix it. But for the most part, if you just go back into here, pick that plus, it will make a new part and you'll see it here in the solid bodies. Just little sideline that make sure that you don't paint yourself in the corner. It's annoying. Okay, so now I want to have this a different thickness. but I didn't set a different default. You do it from here. So if I, matter of fact, let's do that. Let's go up here, make a new rule. Okay, in that we're going to do new. I like to do this only because it makes more sense to me. You can do whatever you want. People put in what gauge they're doing if they remember all those things at the top of their head. I just like to have the number, and after this I'll put aluminum or something like that. I'll give a description that makes sense to me. Okay, so like 125, you pick that, it adds it to the list. You change this to 125 and say save, and then close that. So if you pull the dialog back, you'll see default, which is 120, and then 125. If I do that now, they both change. I don't want that. Let's go back to default. I only want this one. So if I go to here from this area, you would do set rule. You have to uncheck this. And because you can see this is in blue, if you pick this, only that one will change. Okay, I think you noticed that. Just this one, and I'll do this real quick. 125, 120. Okay, so we have two different thicknesses. So if you do all your settings up here first, say your shop has 7 and only 7 different type of thicknesses and different materials, you can set all that up and you don't ever have to do it. But to change one of these to be unique from the other, you do it from your solid bodies over here. Now I'm going to show you how to make one on the fly where you don't have to go up here and preset and go through all that stuff. This will be a little quicker. So we're going to go same thing. Let's pick on here, stack them so you see the materials, and we'll do something a little bit more drastic. Okay, so now we're going to do face. Make sure you do the plus, otherwise you're just, you know, making yourself extra work. So we're going to go here, and this is where the nice thing. I'm going to stay all the way in through the entire process. But right click on this, do settings. I am going to uncheck this first before I pick the pencil tool. Now I'm going to pick the pencil tool. Go into the dialog. Sometimes it takes a little longer to open up. I am going to make a new rule, so I'm going to pick this. I'm going to do 5. Maybe that's a little drastic. About 25. Sorry about that. Okay. Need to change the thickness to follow what I just called it. I'm going to say OK. I am going to pick that in the pull down menu and say OK. So in one foul swoop, I was able to make a rule and make a rule and edit this thing all at one time and not have to get out of multiple dialog boxes. Just one workflow. So now I have 3 different thicknesses, and that rule stuck up in here. But this is only local. So that means if I close this file, all those rules will go away except for only this file. If you want it to be global, you would make a blank file, sheet metal file. You start a new one, do here, start this new, make all your setting changes here for all your defaults that you want, materials, thicknesses, the whole 9 yards. Then go file, do not double click on this. Don't click on this, just let it roll over, or otherwise you'll get a different result. Roll over that, save as template, and then give it a name. Put the word sheet metal somewhere in it so it makes sense, because when you would do new, it would show up like here I have the word Danley. It would show up with that a new name. This is just regular modeling. I don't have a sheet metal one. So you do that, and all your presets for your shop or whoever you're doing for would show up every single time. Nice thing about this also is it will follow the K factors for these. I'm in this, I'm doing a flange. If I want to stay in this command, hit this plus sign, and then I'm going to do these different directions so they don't interfere with each other. So you can tell that the K factor actually followed for that thickness and the material that you have preset in these. Now, this is a single part file, but I want this to be an assembly in this location, these thicknesses, everything. So right here, you'll see make component. If you, for some reason, jumped out of here, or you're in a different something else you were measuring, or whatever the case is, you can go over to management, and under manage will have the same function. So they live in two different places. We'll leave it here in sheet metal. So you go here. They want you to say before you make anything. So I'm just going to go yay, whatever name, doesn't matter. So this dialog will come up, and if I pick this, it adds it to the list. So you don't have to have everything. You can say, oh, I only want these. This one's only going to be a reference. Doesn't matter. So I want this one and this one only. And you'll notice that these names reflect these names. Let's get out of that dialog box for a second. Let's go ahead and change this one and just give it blah, whatever. Now, if I go back to components, if I select that, now that name is whatever's over here. This makes it nice because you're going to be able to name things to make more sense going into the assembly, and there you can change your iProperties and whatnot. Say I want this one. So these two are going to go into that assembly to that location. That's what's really nice. So this is a top-down model. That means if this assembly needs updated, you come back to this file. So say your materials change. You don't have to go through a lot. You just go up and change your thicknesses, whatever for that particular default. Your part updates, single file, and your assembly is perfectly fine. It stays solid, linked, everything's right. This makes it to where you have the other people that will make individual parts. And the problem with that is when you put them into assembly, if they change something or move something or delete a reference, you got a mess on your hands. This is why I love top-down or multi-body, whatever you want to call it, assemblies. Far easier to me. A little trickier if you're having multiple people do it, but if you have a particular project, it just makes things, to me, a lot easier. And I swear by this process. So that's how you do multi-thicknesses of sheet metal in the same part, and be able to keep things organized and updated easily. I hope this made sense. I hope I didn't confuse anybody. If you have any questions, just write to me and I'll see what I can answer. I hope this was good for you, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much.